Diamondbacks, Arizona, you know. Although we've been playing outside all week long, indoors, battling the heat, nice and cool inside of Chase Field. The Rockies and the Diamondbacks, of course, Colorado playing for so much, and they're sending a hard-throwing ace to the mound. That's right, I said it. He has evolved into an ace on this club. Ubaldo Jimenez, of course, the ace of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Dan Herron, what a matchup we have this afternoon. Now, here's what they're playing for. Of course, a very good day yesterday for the Rockies. They won the game over the Diamondbacks. San Francisco blown out by Los Angeles, trying to hold on tight and play again for the second time in the last 3 years in October. Hello there, folks. Welcome back to the ballpark. You know him. He's Mark Grace. My name is Darren Sutton. And I love this pitching matchup, my friend. I mean, very different, but they're both aces. You have the hard thrower against the crafty righty.
Well, there's a lot to love in this thing, Darren. Of course, the Colorado Rockies, they're playing for a lot. They're still fighting for their playoff lives. They're sitting atop the wild card heap right now. Ubaldo Jimenez, you talk about gas, this guy brings it. He is the hardest thrower on average in the major leagues. You're going to see a lot of great fastballs from Jimenez, and they've seen him before, Darren. He's thrown it by a lot of these Diamondback hitters in the past.
Yeah, the last time he pitched here at Chase Field, it was 7 shutout innings. He was either blowing it by or striking him out. He has manhandled the Diamondbacks this year. Then there's Dan Herron. He's gotten things right back in order the last 5 starts.
Yeah, Dan Herron has rediscovered his split-finger fastball, Darren. That's been an out pitch his entire career. And he's been using the cutter a lot this year, but now the strikeout pitch has returned to the split finger. He's been terrific the last couple of starts with it. You've seen a lot more of the split fingers lately.
Dan looking to finish strong, looking to win a series, but a little bit of fear with Jim Tracy and his squad heading into, they hope, the final couple of weeks of the regular season, then October to follow. Tale of 2 seasons for a couple of young, talented guys that aren't going anywhere in this National League Western Division. Tuna, Jaya, we'll talk about it next. Fox Sports Arizona presents Diamondbacks Baseball, brought to you by APS, the official power partner of the Diamondbacks, and by Southwest Airlines. They're ready when you are. Go to Southwest.com, grab your bag. It is on. 2009, certainly seasons found for a couple of dominating youngsters here in the National League Western Division. Troy Tulowitzki, Justin Upton, both limited to fewer than 110 games last season. Injury-plagued, some of the injuries called by their own doing. And when you look back to last year, what a difference a season makes. Impact, not so much. Not with what the talent they can take to the next level. Impact this year, a huge, huge difference when you see what both Troy Tulowitzki and Justin Upton are doing. Upton homered last night. Tulowitzki is homered in 4 consecutive games. That's worth watching as well outside of the pitching matchup this afternoon on Fox Sports Arizona. It's the Diamondbacks going head-to-head with the Colorado Rockies, trying to win this series on a Sunday at Chase. Sunday, of course, a family day here at Chase Field, as always presented by our good friends. That's great. With Sanderson Ford and Lincoln Mercury. That's what we love to see right there. My first D-backs tee. And some youngsters, some D-backs. There's a redhead. That's a true D-backs fan. The youngsters all throughout. We know you youngsters are back in school. Trust over the past month plus, school and all that you've been learning, everything's been positive. Talking about school, it's been open for session by skipper Jim Tracy. It's been incredible what he has done, the turnaround. You can't keep going back to him, some say, but you have to, because it all changed when he took over. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. It's Carlos Gonzalez, Seth Smith, Troy Tulowitzki. Giambi gets the start today. He's hit a lot when given the opportunity by the Rockies. It's Spilborgs, it's Torey Alba, Ian Stewart, Clint Barmas, Ubaldo Jimenez. Daniel John Herron. Well, here 3 days ago, he turned 29 years old. He's making his 31st start of the year, already well over 200 innings pitched again.
Well, here he goes again, just finishing out another stellar year here in a Diamondback uniform, Darren. We've noticed he started to use that split finger fastball to a lot of success lately. The last 2 starts I've especially noticed a lot more of them, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, he has really believed in it. Miguel Montero has blocked it up. He's jumped ahead. As Dan Herron using that splitter certainly more. It's the swing and miss pitch. The defense behind him when he's not striking him out is Parra, Young, and Upton. On the infield, it's Reynolds, Drew, Roberts, and Allen. And you know, behind the plate, Miguel Montero catches Dan Herron. Well, glad to have you with us, and we trust to this point on the weekend you've enjoyed yourselves, maybe spending some time with family or friends. Loved ones, if you're in the nearby area, stop on by the ballpark. And you have all this week as well. Diamondbacks at home all this week. So we'll see you out here at some point here at Chase Field. But you've invited us into your home, and let's play baseball. Dan Herron goes to work. First pitch, cut fastball, strike one, and we're underway indoors here at Chase. Carlos Gonzalez, what a pleasant surprise he has been in the second half for Jim Tracy and the Rockies. When they lost Dexter Fowler for some time, this guy took the bull by the horns, but he couldn't take that pitch and do anything with it. A cut fastball running in. One away.
And because of that split finger, that cutter is even tougher to deal with, especially as a left-handed hitter. He just cut that fastball right in on the hands and jammed Gonzalez for out number one.
So now, from one surprise to another, Seth Smith, the former college quarterback out of Ole Miss. Smith just 1 for 7 in this series and quiet on this road trip as well. That one's done. Reynolds down to a knee. Pops right back up, throws high, onto the bag, and got it. Mark throwing a little bit high there when he popped up. You could hear, good microphone coverage, you could hear the slide on the dirt. And Allen was there.
And really a nice play, but then he hurried the throw a little bit. You see he had all kinds of time to gather himself and make the throw. But all's well that ends well. Brandon Allen climbing the ladder on the other side and making the play.
Thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate that one. Troy Tulowitzki twice this year has gotten Dan Herron. And so the rivalry is renewed. Though big picture, as that cut fastball is away, he only has 4 hits, 2 of them homers. Like a cut fastball stayed right at the belt. Good pitch, tried to bury it in. Bigger picture though, 4 for 24 against Dan, a 167 clip.
And he's really standing tall in the box. I like these big guys that stand tall, use their leverage. Look how tall he's standing in the box right there.
That pitch is buried in. Tulowitzki, as we mentioned, in the middle of a 4-game home run streak. A career best, and also at the same time it's a hitting streak. 7 for his last 15. Tops that one foul.
After 3 four-seam fastballs at about 90 to 91 mile an hour, Darren, he goes to the cut fastball that time, and out in front of it there was Tulowitzki. I like those guys, the big guys, to stand tall in the box, use their leverage. I don't like the big guys all crouched down. Stand up tall and drive it in the gap.
The 2-2. Got him with a cut fastball over the outside corner. He was standing plenty tall. Someone might want to get him his glove. Last couple of days finally back up to speed. Let's take a look at his Southwest Airlines starting lineup. Chris Young, Stephen Drew, Justin Upton, J.F. homered last night, and he is on some kind of a roll. Miguel Montero, Mark Reynolds, Gerardo Parra. It's Roberts, then Brandon Allen, Danny Herron. Who can hit, by the way? Ubaldo Jimenez, he just rears back and brings it right at you.
You're going to hear the catcher's mitt of Yorvi Torrealba. You're going to hear it pop loud all afternoon. And it's going to start right here and now. Gas.
First pitch for Jimenez, 95 miles an hour. And you can see how often he throws the fastball. And you can see the average pitch, the slider and the changeup to go along with it as that fastball runs in. He went around. 0-2 the count.
Chris Young knows he has to cheat to get to that fastball, and that's why he ends up chasing that pitch that nearly hit him in the hip. I don't know if he went
wow.
There. That's a tough call by my old buddy Randy Marsh at first base.
The 0-2. That one he doesn't offer at. 1-2 the count. You talk about Jimenez. He is a young man that throws very hard, but he also pitches deep. He's a guy that's thrown 7 or more innings 17 times. He's thrown 100 or more pitches 26 of his 30 starts. Breaking ball did him a favor. There to make the play is Gonzalez. He really did him a favor, though Young couldn't do a whole lot with it. Let's take a look at that defense. It is all the way around. Stewart, Tulowitzki, Barmas, and Giambi on the infield. And behind home plate, Jimenez and Torrealba. There's big Jason Giambi. It's a chance to play a little bit. Where do you want me? Okay.
I forgot how to play here. I'm going to have to get on my old buddy Jason too. He's going to have to give his little brother his sleeves back.
A little slim there, huh?
Now that's officially pipe checking right there.
Now here we go again, Gracie. And look, I'm not about to be critical of a gifted, young, talented pitcher, but he threw a breaking ball to Young that was up and got away with it, and then Stephen Drew gets his hit on a changeup.
Well, hanging changeup, and Stephen Drew just stays right back up the box with it. Yeah, you're doing just about any hitter, left-handed or right-handed. If you can throw anywhere from 94 to 99 to 100 miles an hour, Darren, I don't claim to be an expert as far as pitch selection, but I would imagine 3/4 of my pitches are going to be that pitch, the fastball, when you throw that hard.
98 right down the middle, as you were saying.
And yeah, anything else is a favor to a hitter.
Justin has seen him 9 times in the big leagues, and he is 0 for 9.
He's due.
He's very due. He was due yesterday against these Rockies. He finally got him. Oh my goodness. In on the hands. Throw, and staying on the bag there is Giambi. That's why you love the fastball, folks.
I mean, he just abused Justin Upton inside with the fastball. That ball just above his batting gloves. Bat explodes.
Miguel has gotten him a couple of times, as Miguel Montero has an opportunity now. Justin, they're still cleaning up the pieces of the bat. As
hopefully we'll learn there from go to an ash bat. That won't happen again.
Oh, the shrapnel's now cleaned up. Miggy 14 homers this year. Seen that average dip just a bit below 300. He's spoiled us. Been a 300 hitter for quite some time now. 1 for 7 in this series. 3 for 16 in his career against Jimenez, but 2 of those 3 long balls. And in July, he got Ubaldo Jimenez. He was ready for that fastball.
That ball was tattooed. He can't catch up with that letter high fastball. Miguel likes the ball down around the knees, nowhere above the thighs. Look out. I love that. Miguel Montero fastball up and in. He doesn't even budge. Like a fire hydrant.
He hasn't been budging much this year, has he? Really starting to feel his own, really starting to command a little bit more respect in that locker room with his teammates. That one is high.
Just a fire hydrant with ears. And you ain't gonna budge me. I love that.
Two and one the count. 14 homers, 54 batted in. And a good hitter here at Chase Field. He's got himself a man at second there. The 2-1. Runs that one in. A slider.
Almost looks as if he's pitching around and maybe get to Mark Reynolds. We've seen Mark Reynolds hurt Jimenez this year. I remember a 3-run homer back in Colorado earlier.
You bet. Yeah, he's homering against him. Mark's hit him. Hit him a little bit.
That would have been ball 4 right there.
Got a piece of your Victorialba. He gives his fellow countryman Miggy the business a little bit. Miggy says, yep, I meant to hit it off your toe.
Ouch.
Well, what a rebirth it's been for Torrealba this year. He is playing all the time in September, and he is rewarding these Colorado Rockies. The 3-2. That one is high and away. There's your walk. Couple of base runners now. Mark Reynolds, 42 home runs strong this year, second in the National League, and Ubaldo Jimenez is in his book. You remember on July the 5th, that pickup truck out there at left. And bouncing up it goes. Had to hit it.
That's a pitch that Mark was just waiting for. Turned on it and hit it a mile to left field.
Home run here, Gracie. 100 RBIs on the season.
Looking for the C note.
I'll take a broken bat single, though.
Nope, I want a homer.
All right, here we go. High, 1-0 the count. That's where all the teams, when they really execute their scattering reports, try to pitch Mark, don't they? Up.
Yes.
Get him to chase up. A little bit of a hole in that bat up in the zone for the slugger.
He likes the ball down around the knees as well. Hit those 1-irons. That's a little breaking ball there, something to that effect.
Backed off on the slider, it looked like. 1-1 the count. We've seen the slider anywhere from 87 to 91 already in this game. He'll throw a curveball, but that is in the 70s. It's quite a bit slower. Doesn't throw it very often. That's what he throws a lot.
98. Goodness, that was just right down the middle. And very tardy on that swing was Mark Reynolds.
Drew singled. He moved up on the ground out. Miguel Montero's at first. He walked.
If he throws him anything but a fastball here, I think he's crazy.
The 1-2. Up that one, foul up over our heads. 99 miles an hour.
And he tried to climb the ladder. Reynolds was ready for it. He got a piece of the letter high fastball.
Mark hitless in his last 12. Half the time it's been strikeouts in his last 3 games. 6 strikeouts in his last 12 at bats. The 1-2. That one kicks away, and how far to the backstop it goes. Both runners will move up. Another one of those, and you'll have yourselves a run, Diamondbacks fans. Wild pitch.
And now you'll take that bloop single, won't you?
You bet.
Yeah, that's 2 runs now.
Let's hope they can rock and roll right now.
Pitch number 20 of the inning. About to be delivered by Jimenez. So the Diamondbacks certainly make him work a little bit.
Danny, on the other hand, Heron through 8 as time is called. Now they want to talk about it now.
Now Ian Stewart, the third baseman, going to come in and have a conversation with Jimenez.
These Rockies infielders, very comfortable coming to the mound. I always have advice to offer to the pitcher.
Yeah?
Or to Lewitzki, and now we see Ian Stewart.
Pitchers don't really like that too much, do they?
Tom Candiotti said they don't, as that one is topped out to Ian Stewart. So Myers throwing with the tag, he got it. He spent time coaching the pitcher on the mound and nearly, when the ball was hit to him, threw it away. But the salty old veteran was there, Jason Giambi. Couple
with you in the Diamond Club with the good folks at Mark Taylor Apartments, who are giving away a free iPod every time you sign a lease here today at Chase Field. Got us thinking, guys, who leads the team in apartments this year for the Diamondbacks with 9 guys making their big league debut? Talked to a couple of them. Rusty Ryle is currently looking for his 5th apartment since this time last year. He might play some winter ball down in Venezuela. Brian Augenstein has been in about every stop in the Diamondbacks system: Missoula, South Bend, Visalia, and Mobile. And Brandon Allen, though, he is definitely the leader. He says he's about on 10. He's lost track, currently living with Justin Upton. Brandon Allen has been in his hometown of Houston, Florida, Birmingham, Charlotte. He got traded, went to Reno, and now he's here in Arizona and got to find a place for the Arizona Fall League. Also, John Hester, one of the guys who's made his big league debut this year, said he's about on his 4th. His quote pretty much summed it up, guys. It's been a crazy year, but I'm not complaining.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Hey, Big Mac.
Better not complain.
Yes, sir.
Is it kind of like a mixer out there?
A little bit. The Mark Taylor folks are having fun. They're giving out iPods, so if you're looking for a place to stay, a place to live, come on out, get an iPod and an apartment.
Split-fingered fastball and to Danny. Don't go anywhere, Big Mac.
I won't.
Do you know, Gracie, it's the Summer of Love promotion, Mark Taylor. It's like a mixer and a family mixer, too.
I'll
A
tell
little
you
bit of
what.
both.
Mark McClune's got some fans out there with him.
It's the Mark Grace and Darren Sutton fan club,
No,
unofficially.
definitely not.
It's kind of like the redhead section out here. See the guy in the mohawk?
Well, we will in a minute. We see Ryan Spilborghs now. That is a cut fastball away. 0-1 the count.
My left.
Yeah. If you're looking for a place to live, great folks. They always are getting it going. A lot of mixers around the buildings, Gracie. All the different complexes. They got
They're
football
dancing
mixers.
out here. They're dancing. Look at this.
Every Saturday and Sunday, Gracie, football mixers out by the pool.
Yeah!
I
now
knew you'd
we're
like
talking.
that.
A mixer. There's the Mohawk.
Summer of Love promotion. Mark Taylor Apartments, as that one is in. Actually, some friends that live at Mark Taylor properties. Very happy. Friend Billy, he's happy. He lives 1 off 17. Friend Kelly, she lives over off the 1. Kristen and I's friend off the 101. So we're proud friends of the Mark Taylor community.
As we all are.
3-1 the count. Cut fastball. It's a good pitch on 3-1. You get a hitter overly aggressive, and you feed off that aggression. The 3-2 pitch. Oh my goodness, went right back out there. He has gotten Giambi, and now Spilborghs with the strikeout.
Well, he got Giambi with the split finger. He goes 3-1. Well, let's throw a cut fastball, get him out in front of it. Now an even better one for strike 3. What an amazing year that right-hander has had, Dan Herron.
He's very careful with who he walks. You see, he got to a 3-1 count, as you noticed, with Spilborghs. You're in a select group. This is start number 31 in the year. He has 32 walks this season. 32 walks. This is start number 31, as that one is low. You get all the guys together that have walked this year, and a small little party. The 1-0. And fastball.
He's got an awfully good one here in this inning.
Well, you can tell the difference if you're watching at home. If you see a little bit of downward dive, he's really on top of it. It almost acts like a hard
like
slider.
Yeah, you're right.
The 1-1. There's another one. Yeah, you bet he went 1-2 the count.
And he definitely went on that. Torey Alba thinks, well, at least check Randy Marsh. And the home plate umpire doesn't need to. If he thinks he swung, he doesn't have to check.
Missed in. That was the split-fingered fastball there. 2-2. See the movement in. Just got a piece. Cut fastball.
What was that there?
That might have been a splitter. 84 velocity-wise. Let's see it. 84 is a little bit low for the cutter.
I think he may have just taken a little bit off a cutter there. I'm not sure. That one was tough to gauge.
Always grips the split-fingered fastball, as you can see, and then he'll adjust as he gets the side. Keeps it hidden there. Shift here and a shift there, and the 2-2. He got it. That was a split-fingered fastball. Oh, we could talk about Mark Taylor Apartments. How about the Dan Herron Apartments? Good morning, Mr. Giambi. You'll love living here. Mr. Spilborghs, good afternoon. And, of course, good evening, Mr. Torey Alba. So it's as we move into the bottom half of the second inning. Diamondbacks looking to win a series and, well, create a little bit of antsiness, I guess you'd say, for these Colorado Rockies. But it would have to be a major collapse for Colorado.
Right now, they are certainly in the driver's seat. Huh?
How about that? Next year, next June. Base hit, Gerardo Paul. Another breaking ball. I tell you what a special day it was before the ball game. The broadcast wing here at Chase Field, as you see our good friend Joe Garagiola. What a great sight that is with his lovely wife, Audrey Rose. One of the quotes from our wall here, our Geico quote, and we'll walk you through it. We'll show you what it looks like from Joe. Baseball players, like most valuables, come in different shapes and sizes, but don't let those fool you. It's not what they look like on the outside, but what's inside the body that tells the story. Joe's going to join us today as well.
Now we're talking.
That one is in.
Computer can't tell you all those things. It's measure your heart. What kind of guts you got.
We've
now
missed
we're
him
talking.
this year, haven't we?
Missed him. We miss him every day. It's just great to have him around again.
All the area behind our broadcast booth, the door that leads into our broadcast booth, dedicated to our good friend, as many called him today, our colleagues from the Rockies, and I think very comfortably so, and those young ball players in the locker room, even a living legend. 2-0 the count. Popped it up. That fastball. Just when he gives up a base hit with something off speed, he gets mad and goes back to all fastballs.
Which he should do.
Parr did hit a breaking ball, didn't he?
He did. We talk about a legend. We got the yesteryear's legend and Joe Garagiola and his beautiful wife Audrey Rose up there. Can I say hello to a couple of rascals I haven't seen in a long time, Darren? My two children, Jackson and Preston, are watching on TV right now.
You bet you can.
Hi, Jackson and Preston. Can't wait to see you guys this afternoon. Dad's missed you.
A high pop. You young men, I know you're excited to see your dad.
Now make sure you do what your mom tells you or else.
Well, make sure on your way out the door before spending the evening with Dad, because he really wants to maximize his time. Really, a lot of Skittles and soda.
That's right. That's right. And candy corns for dessert, right, guys?
Yeah, get all.
Boy. Don't listen to Uncle Darren.
0-1 the count.
Nope. Carrot sticks. Celery.
Well, that wouldn't be like Dad. 0-1 the count to Brandon Allen.
That is very true. Yeah.
A little bluff over.
I gotta come clean on that.
You meant to say pixie sticks, I think. There you go.
There, they like the cotton candy, my two guys. They love it.
The best part about Sundays at home, folks, and you know this, for the ball players, heck, for you, those of you that work hard and you enjoy your weekends with your families, the best part of us in the baseball world for Sundays at home is when we don't leave town after the ball game.
Oh, no
when
kidding.
we get to, and we haven't seen it a lot lately, you know, and it's smooth sailing on the way home for these Diamondbacks families. Thank goodness. That one is high. A changeup up and away. 2-1 the count. What's the, you know, we have a lot of youngsters down below. Some of the little ones playing fall ball. Soccer's in full swing. Now your boys playing football.
One's playing tackle and one's playing flag.
Out at a soccer game yesterday. The 2-1. Shot into center field. It's a base hit.
That I like to see, Darren. Anytime you're being judged as a young hitter in the major leagues, the first thing they're going to say is, can he hit a good fastball? That's a 97-mile-an-hour fastball that he just laced right off the barrel into center field. That's the first true test that people are going to look at Brandon Allen or any young hitter, young up-and-coming hitter. Can he handle a plus fastball? Right there, Brandon Allen showed absolutely he can handle it.
And he handled it how? By not trying to pull the ball,
Very
correct?
well said.
To match the swing or the velocity with the swing. Here's Dan Herron. Now, when you talk about Dan Herron hitting .246, that's best in the National League. 16 hits, that's best. Got 6 extra base hits. That's in the top 3. He can hit a little bit for a pitcher.
I would imagine going to be asked to bunt, but so far no bunt. Late call, strike one there from Angel Hernandez, the home plate umpire.
Driving the gap.
You think he can drive it in the gap, huh? You think he can handle that 97-mile-an-hour fastball?
They're in on the corners. Basic right field. Down the line it goes. Racing on around is the Royal Park. He will score. Dan Herron. Don't bunt. 1-0.
Once again, my partner is right on the button.
Or lucky.
Now, there's nothing lucky about Dan Herron coming into the game hitting 242. That just goes up a little higher. Coming into the game with 9 RBIs. He's now got double figures in RBIs with 10 as he swats it by Jason Giambi. Former teammates in Oakland. Were they teammates in Oakland, or did they miss each other?
I think they missed one another.
I think they missed each other.
They were foes, though. And remember, Giambi got him for a career home run number 400. A.J. Hinch, something a little bit off the beaten path there, and it pays off.
And I'm sure the position players, the everyday players, such as Chris Young and the rest of the boys, probably thinking, man, if Dan Herron can square him up like that, come on, guys. Let's us have a piece of that pie.
Pop that one up.
Slider there.
So Dan Herron with 10 runs batted in. How about that?
He's just been such a well-rounded winner. Helps himself with the bat. A good fielder. Obviously, the great stuff is a swing and a miss. A much better slider that time from Jimenez.
Now the folks in the Motor City are breathing a little bit more easy. Detroit leads Minnesota 4-2 in the top of the 8th inning. Not over yet. No, heck, they had a lead yesterday that dissipated. The Twins won it. The lead in the division is 2 games, as that one is high in it. A Minnesota comeback and sweep. I think that would cause folks to be a little bit nervous, including guys wearing Tigers uniform.
Oh, yeah.
Lead is 2. Score is 4-2 Detroit in the top of the 8th inning. Two and two, the count. Young. There's one of our good friends. He got a contract recently. Brought his
I remember him. Big Tex.
He is Big Tex. Got the Hulkamania shirt. The 2-2. That one kicks around. Now, it's interesting with our good friend, and he earned his contract. I love the cowboy hat. Love that he brings the glove. He's kind of got the Jason Giambi school of dressing going on there.
Is he pipe checking as well?
He definitely is. A couple of big boys. Some big fellas. That man looks like.
I'll tell you what, they are a couple of pachyderms, aren't they?
The 3-2. Got him with a strikeout there. Young goes down and is 0 for 2.
Got him to chase a slider. Pretty good pitch. There was a slider earlier in that at bat that he hung for Chris Young, and all he was able to do was foul it off. That's what led to the strikeout.
Now Jimenez trying to keep it right here. He's had to throw some pitches, as we mentioned. 38 now. But the other thing we mentioned is he pitches deep into games. I love that. 26 of 30 times, 100 or more pitches. That is a strike. He had a start, Gracie, that I think, well, you should almost laugh at the category of quality start when you hear this one. I'm coming around a bit.
Oh, really?
On
Good.
June 12th against Seattle, he went 9 innings, 4 runs, 127 pitches, and won 6-4.
But at the end of the day, that great stat. That's not a quality start. That is a lousy start, according to your stats.
Well,
and the rest of you.
Here's what happened while you were gone.
That swallow that hogwash.
Here's what happened while you were gone. I've decided to abandon the quality start.
Yes. Really?
I don't like it anymore.
I'll tell you what. You're coming around to Joe Garagiola and my way of thinking. Old school.
1-1 the count.
I'm so proud of you. 6 innings, 3 runs. You were raised better than that, Darren Sutton.
It's nice if you do it. It's a nice help to your team if you do that. You're going to have a chance to win. But, well,
6 innings.
You got to go 7 or more. Is the bottom line.
Thank you. Atta boy, Darren. By golly, I'm glad I got back for this one today. I am in a great mood now. You just put me in a great mood. I love the quote from Joe Sr. up there talking about inside. You know how all that quality start and holds and defensive indifference and all those things that me and Joe hate. Good to see you coming around, D-Sut.
Sorry, guys out there.
So you like 7 innings now?
It's going to. We're going to call it the old quality start.
The old quality, the lousy quality start. 6 innings, 3 runs, a 4.5 ERA. Ain't nothing quality about that.
The 3-1. Outside, ball 4. Want to remind all of you, love this promotion. Season ticket holder Frank and Layla Hanna, they won lunch with Gracie and I. They're going to have lunch, and today they also won a spa day and a D-backs jewelry package as well.
Where are they taking us?
I don't know. I think you're buying, it says here.
What?
Yep.
No.
Donovan's lunch at Donovan's.
Times are tough.
Donovan's dinner, too.
Us old has-beens, man, you know, the economy.
Yep.
Where are they taking us?
Renew your season tickets for next year, and you could be the next 30 prizes in 30 days winner, including free valet parking for the whole season next year. For a complete list of prizes and winners, probably should tip, though, even though the parking's free. Visit dbacks.com/STH. 2 things that are unacceptable, and by the way, congratulations. People that don't tip, even if something's free, and Little League parents. Let the coaches coach, right? You know,
very well said.
A couple of things that stick in my craw. Anyway, we move on. 1-0 the score. Stuck in my craw.
I like that. I'm the same way.
Let the coaches coach. They're good coaches. You families on this family Sunday. Here's Justin Upton. Yikes. Change-up sales.
Hanging change-up, but it was just high.
How about this last night? Wow. Some might think that's off the top of the wall. In the contrary, that one was way up and over.
No, nobody would have thought that was off the wall, would they?
A second wall. A second wall here.
Way out of here.
Well, it's 413 out there where the 2 walls come together. And he got up and over on the
like in that area.
Oh,
there.
Boy, that's about 430.
I can't imagine anybody thinking that ball would have been off the wall. Nah, couldn't have happened.
1-1 the count.
Ooh, boy, he is hanging a few pitches to Justin.
Now, let's rewind, folks. He buried a fastball in on the hands of Justin Upton. 98. Took his bat apart with the pitch. He is flirting with some dangerous stuff right now.
He's going to have to throw the fastball here, isn't he? Well, he went with the slider, and Justin was caught in between. Gutsy pitch right there with the bases loaded, Darren.
I'm going to say that's all your Victoria Alba, by the way. Two and two, the count. Bases full, the 2-2. In 3-2 the count.
That might be why. Maybe he just doesn't have a real good feel for his fastball right now as far as where it's going. He might have a better feel for the slider right now, Darren. He feels like You know what? I feel like I can throw my slider for a strike maybe at this point in the game more so than my fastball, which tells me if I'm Justin Upton, I might have to look for a slider right here on the 3-2 pitch.
Wow.
Because he threw it to me 2-1.
You're right.
Okay, then just missed badly with a fastball there. Almost got me in the nose. Let's see if it's a slider.
Runners go. It is a breaking ball, a slider.
I'll tell you what, you just can't get this anywhere, Darren.
I would agree. Coming in hot, right off the plane from your big network assignment. Just stopping by to maybe spend a moment or two with us on your way to the postseason in the World Series. We appreciate it. The bases are full. Allen, he singled. Aaron, he singled, drove in a run and a walk to Stephen Drew. 3-2. What's coming?
Another slider.
Struck
him out.
Goodness gracious. Bases loaded, full count. You can walk in a run. You throw back-to-back sliders, and you can throw 100. D-backs baseball brought to you by Mark Taylor Residential, award-winning apartment communities. Reserve your apartment online at mark-taylor.com. Good spot, and by Triple Hops Brewed Miller Lite. Great taste, less filling, or dare I say good spots all over the valley. Right here in the heart of the valley, glad to have you with us. Mark Grace, Mark McClune, Darren Sutton, and you. And we want to thank you for inviting us into your living room. Unbelievable, by the way, what just occurred there to Justin Upton. As the first pitch, fly ball, looked like a split-finger fastball right over the plate, and he is erased. Maybe a cut fastball.
Boy, and after a long inning from Jimenez out on his side of the second inning, one pitch, one out for Dan Herron.
But if you were stepping away to the fridge for a moment, or maybe heading out to the grill to flip the steaks over, the hamburgers, we started talking about the quality start, and we're officially done with it on this show. It's all well and good, and I've come around. I will admit that I clung to it for the longest time. I mean, I really did. I still think you're helping your team. This is the new quality start.
Yes. Now
7
look at
innings
those
or
names.
more.
Now we're talking
runs
quality pitching right there.
You got to see those guys again. 7 or more innings, 3 earned runs or less. Would you take either of these top two? Would you take either of those guys? 19 times Danny has gone 7 or more innings, 3 earned runs or less.
And those are the cream of the crop starters right there. Is that strike one to Clint Barmas? See, now you're talking.
I've come around.
Thank you.
I've come around.
I mean, your father would want to fight you, or fight somebody if he gave up 3 runs and only went 6 innings. Somebody said, "Boy, that was a terrific start, Don." I mean, he'd want to fight you. I love that.
The 3-1. Yeah, he's just not going to walk anyone. 3-2 the count. Threw him a 3-1 cutter. If you folks will remember, he had Spilborg's 3-1, went cutter, strikeout. There was no walk involved. Let's see. Walks about 1 per 9 innings. 3-2. Cutter again, popped up. So we want to encourage all of you to, I guess we should say, convert. Come on to the other side. Abandon the quality start.
Well, I'd love to know where this kinder, gentler Darren Sutton came from.
It's not kind at all.
Well,
the 3-2.
How about for the first time in the 3 years that we've worked together that you're actually, communicate out there, boys, that you're actually coming around to my way of thinking.
Ryan Roberts, a little bit of territorial strength here, saying it was right here on my side. So Stephen gave him a little look, and he said it's right there. I don't know where I'm playing.
Like, what are you doing? That's like I'm the second baseman. That was interesting. They weren't smiling either. A little edge to them out there.
I like it.
I love it.
By the way, stay with us during the break. As we mentioned, you will now go behind the scenes, the new broadcast wing, in tribute to Joe Garishol, and then Joe will join us a little bit later. Dan Herron rolls right through it. He is rolling here this afternoon. Let's go to Chuck Drago, and we will have Chuck take us through to the break. We missed you, Joe. We missed you. We know that you will humbly deflect any of this love that is sent your way. Joe will be joining us. I would imagine a very moving moment for Joe. It's been a tough summer physically, but he's strong enough to be back, and it's a good day when Joe's back at the ballpark. Miguel Montero hits a rocket shot that is foul. We'll get it.
I'll tell you what.
I like it.
Tremendous effort down there.
Today's shows, tonight shows,
Sunday shows,
tomorrow shows.
All the above. Like only he can say it. And as you said, he always humbly deflects any of the adoration that comes his way, and deservedly so. But just hadn't been the same around here this year without him.
Over the top of that, a slider, 1-2 the count, 1-0 the score. Bottom of the third inning, the Diamondbacks lead it 1-0. The Dodgers lead the Giants 2-1. That game is in the bottom of the third inning. Uh-oh, Twins fans. That one is in. Detroit 6, Minnesota 2.
Uh-oh.
8th inning.
Well, that's a huge game there. That would give the Tigers a 3-game lead.
3 if they win, 1 if they lose.
1 if they lose, huh? Boy, that was a huge swing. Steve Reich 3 on a change-up. Was that a change-up or a slider, Darren?
I think it was a change-up. He does throw a change-up. It averages about 87 miles an hour. This was 86. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, it goes down and away. A very fooled swing, if you will, from Miguel Montero.
Well, a valiant effort by the Twins, no doubt about it. But congratulations to the Tigers. They're going to do it.
I heard that that's kind of been the going theme the last couple of days around here, talking about congratulations to Jim Leyland and the Tigers for their winning of the American League Central.
Matty and I decided that.
Really now? And what made you hop on that ship?
Well, at the point in the game on Friday night, I think the Tigers were winning.
Yes.
So we just decided that since they were winning. I came in this morning, though, really thinking congratulations to the Twins. What a big comeback it's been this year, and they're going to do it. And then with that last score.
It's a nice story.
It's a nice story, but with the last score update, I changed my mind again.
Oh, okay.
So congratulations to the Tigers. They're about to make it 3. It is a nice story. We're having a lot of fun. We know a lot of you folks love one of the other teams. You know we're having fun. And
I just had a feeling you were probably just trying to get under the skin of our fine statistician, Kurt Zacker.
no, maybe that's what I was.
He being from the Twin Cities.
Is he? I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, you didn't know that,
No,
did you? Okay. Yeah, only known him 3 years. Been around him every day.
How about that? Another changeup. And a good one. And he's feeling that. I mean, that pitch diving, that almost looks like a split. And when you have good arm action on a changeup, it'll dive like that.
Yeah, he's got a split grip on it.
Grip.
You're right. Well, that's very well executed. That's right where you want it. Right at the shoe tops of the hitter. And Mark Reynolds and Miguel Montero really no chance on a couple of great split fingers in this inning.
Gerardo Parra. That one dives low. Tough day for my Detroit Lions as well.
Well, you sound shocked. You mean they lost again?
The 1-0. That's a changeup that stays outside.
Not a tough day for Arizona Cardinal fans.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Attaboy, Birds.
Tell me about it.
They beat Jacksonville. Went down and stomped on them. Jaguars.
31-17.
Yeah.
Kurt Warner threw all of 2 incomplete passes on the day. He was incredible. 24 of 26.
That's good to see. Bounce back. A win on the road. Tell me a little more about the Lions.
Well, Brett Favre, he was just about as good, not nearly as many yards.
Oh, they lost to the Vikings today.
They lost to the Vikings.
I see. And did you talk to Kurt Zacker, our fine statistician, about that, he being from the Twin Cities?
Well, as soon as that game wrapped up, that's when I knew the Tigers would win it. The 3-2. Shoots that one the other way. Pretty well struck. Smith going back. He is there. He puts that one away. Don't forget, in the 5th inning, Joe Garagiola will be joining us. Help us make his new broadcast wing even more comfortable. Aflac trivia question. We talked a lot about Ernie Harwell on Friday, of course, about Joe Garagiola. Today, name the 4 Ford C. Frick winners to have played in the major leagues. The Ford C. Frick winner is the broadcaster each year, inducted into the broadcasters wing of Major League Baseball's Hall of Fame. That is what it is called, the Ford C. Frick, presented each and every year. Major contributions to baseball.
But it's more of a broadcasting.
That's exactly
award.
what it is.
Is that correct?
It is a straight broadcasting award.
Okay, so well, we're going to have to say Joe Garagiola.
Joe Garagiola. Very good.
Of course. How about Matt Williams?
Well, he's a multiple Emmy Award winner, but he is.
He's never won a Ford Frickle.
No.
Okay.
No.
Huh? You had him in it. Gonzo.
No, again, he's. No.
Okay.
The 2-1. Good question. Popped up. Out of the silo there. And Miguel Montero puts that one away. Well, all the while.
Matt Manti.
No, he's not even a good broadcaster. Good try though.
Okay, I'm gonna guess one close to home. How about your dad, Don Sutton?
He's a Hall of Famer, but not as a broadcaster.
Okay, he is a fabulous broadcaster.
Keeps it up for a few more years, he might get a chance. Breaking ball is away.
How about the Candyman, Tom Candiotti? Man. Scuffling here.
Yeah, it's really disappointing.
Oh,
How
my
about
goodness.
that?
Oh, my goodness.
Cut fastball.
That was a swing and a miss, folks.
The 1-1.
Tried to go right back in there. That time Smith, I'm not going to take another swing like that.
Two and 1 the count. Bouncing ball, ground ball. Gobbled up, Ryan Roberts, and he throws in time for the out. So far, very good for Dan Hare. He has faced the minimum in this ball game. Here in the 4th inning. I have a guess. How about our good friend? We just saw him in San Diego, the Colonel, Jerry Coleman.
Good guess. I see Darren has gone online to get these answers, so just know anything you get from him, folks, he's cheating again. That one's fouled back.
That one is popped into the seats. Well, I worked with this guy for 5 years. How could I not know? It just popped into my head. Now, Mr. Baseball, Bob Uecker.
I can't hide the disgust right now as Darren continues to cheat and get all these correct answers.
High fly ball into the right center field gap. Chris Young puts it away. Very good question. Joe will join us in another half inning or so.
Meanwhile, Dan Heron's perfect through 4.
Incredible.
Did who?
He's a player. Yeah. Ford C. Frick winners to have played in the major leagues. What a great question. As we go back to work, Tony Kubek is the other.
Oh, man. He worked with Joe Garagiola for all those years on the game of the week. There they are.
He is the most recent Ford C. Frick Award recipient. And Jimenez fires high. 2-0 the count. Well, there are some who's on that list, though. You know, I mean, you remind yourself how lucky we are to do what we do.
No, I was fortunate enough to have a lot of those guys that are winners of that award. Well, call a lot of my at-bats and games, Darren.
That pitch is a strike over the outside. Harry Carey, and that's one of the big ones, I would imagine. Jack Brickhouse, Vin Scully. We spent a lot of time inviting Ernie Harwell to the desert. We shared a speech on Friday night. Just a class, gentleman. As he has decided, with the great people of Michigan, to not undergo any surgery and just spend time with them and fight his battle with cancer just with their love and their help. 2-2 the count. Another guy on that list. Tony Kubek going in this year. Wow. Down and away. Big inning. Try to drive it in the gap and see how far you can hit it. And with that in mind, it's our Gila River Casinos Hit It and Win inning. If a D-backs home run hits the Hit It and Win sign, a lucky viewer on Fox Sports Arizona wins $740,000. Tammy Majors. Go get him, Tammy. $740,000. Oh, wouldn't that be great?
It would be fabulous. And let's see if Jimenez is eager to throw Brandon Allen fastballs after Brandon Allen smoked one right back up the box his last at bat. And he went with a fastball, but he missed off the plate. 98 miles an hour. It's smooth, isn't it?
It's easy, as we mentioned, off his fingertips. That one is belted. He went with the slider. Down the line. Deep and foul. Foul ball.
Now Brandon Allen just a shade out in front of a slider, as you said. 2-0 slider. Boy, I mean by mere inches. Good call there by Randy Marsh. The first baseman. Boy, that just missed by inches. That makes you mad as a hitter. You're like, golly. And then he comes back with a great changeup for strike two.
Two and two the count. Threw him another one. And Allen goes down on strikes. 6 strikeouts in the ball game for Ubaldo Jimenez.
4 of the last 5 Diamondback hitters have been strikeout victims. Well, here's the offense as well for the Diamondbacks. Dan Herron. He got an RBI single in the second inning, and that has been all. Both pitchers have been brilliant. We expected a pitcher's duel, Darren, and that's what we're getting.
1-1 the count.
Jimenez not throwing very many fastballs, Darren.
Not so far.
He's started to fall in love with that split finger and the slider.
There it is again. Slider is away. 2-1 the count. Big Ubaldo Jimenez. 29-27 in 80 major league starts. Really just figuring out who he is. He's only 25 years old. As that one is outside.
And I think the reason he's not throwing many fastballs is he's having trouble locating it. A little bit of President Obama to him, doesn't he?
Yes, good call there.
There's a fastball right down Broadway.
Nothing wrong with that one. Nothing wrong with that one at all.
Yeah, he kind of looks like our president. Maybe just a slight shade. And a slider On 3-2, another strikeout.
President doesn't have that in his arsenal, though.
Good point.
Joe Garagiola will join us. Don't go anywhere. This is his. Dan Heron work. That's present tense, but present, past, future all came together today, and we bring Joe Garagiola back home. And when I say home, I mean the ballpark. And there's no doubt about that, as he remembers what it's like to work in broadcasting, tweaking headsets and getting everything just right. How have you been, my friend? It is so good to see you back.
Oh, I've been good. Good to see you and Gracie. I talk back to you guys when I watch it. I'll tell you, man.
Do you talk back or are you yelling at us?
No, I yell at both of you. What are you talking about, you turkey? He said, well, just pay attention and you'll know what he's talking about.
We miss you.
We miss you badly. We haven't had anybody call umpires bucket heads or anything this year.
You know, we're cleaning our house and I'm finding stuff. I had a lady from Prescott send me a bucket head. It was really funny. I should give it to you guys and put it up here. Yeah.
You feeling good?
I'm feeling pretty good. Oh.
By the way, you help yourself to any of this analysis because that's what you do best.
Well, I enjoy baseball. You guys enjoy baseball. But, man, you guys take me on the world tour when you go. You go to restaurants and you go to tour buses, and he goes one place, you go another place.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, we're bringing it to you.
Oh, room service. I'm getting room service, man.
That's the first hit of the ball game, by the way, for the Rockies.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. My legs are a little bit weak, like I'm walking on marbles, but outside of that, I'm doing okay.
What do you think about this year's club? I know you're yelling at us. Are you yelling at them at all?
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. Especially when guys bunt with one out, batting third. That bothers me. The other one hit a ball and think that's a home run and hits off the fence and then get a single. That bothers me.
How about missing cutoff men?
That really bothers me.
I know. That's what kind of gets under my skin.
Well,
I know, and I remember, you know, when my playing days here, when you were up here in the booth, you know, and I remember. I got to hit the cutoff man for crying. Keep that double play in order, right?
You got to keep the double. That's the pitcher's best friend. I mean, you can say all you want, but if you get that double play, that's a big help.
What was it you guys were just saying?
There you go.
That's it, see? It's a simple game. 1 pitch, 2 outs.
Well, right around the horn. Talk us through this, Joe.
Well, when he backhanded the ball, I figure he's got a good chance to make that play. And then that big first baseman we got over there at first base, I mean, he's like an oak tree down there, man.
Can't miss him.
You cannot miss him.
Moves pretty well, though, for a big guy.
Yes, he does. That ball's near him. He's going to catch it like he's got octopus arms.
Well, since you've watched a lot, the guy that just started that play, and Mark Reynolds, have you been proud of his growth defensively this year?
Yes. I wish people would forget about the strikeouts. He's got all those home runs. He's fielding well. He'll be all right. He's going to be fine. And the thing I like about him, it's a cliche, but he's a hard-nosed guy.
Yes,
if the fight breaks out, he's going to be on your side.
He's going to be in the middle of it.
That's right.
He's not going to be dancing.
No.
He's going to be filling Chase Field with uppercuts. That's a broken bat. Look how far it's going.
Look at the play by Gerardo Parra. We're going to keep Joe Garagiola with us. We've missed this, having him here. More after this.
As my sweet wife, 59 years. Can you believe that?
No?
God love you.
I can't
I think
either.
that's wonderful. In this game, you know how much tougher it is in life, but in this game, it's tough, too.
Is McGraw taking good care of you?
Oh, yeah. She's all right, but we get our little spats. She bucket heads me once in a while.
You probably deserve it, I would guess.
I do. I have very little patience. But, one of the things you find out when you go through one of these things is what the doctor says, he means it. I mean by that, I had 2 falls, and you can see on my head. See
Yes.
the little hole?
Yes.
And the doctor says the second one, he says, it's one of those things that it's an emergency, but funny things can happen. And I said, what do you mean? He said, just funny things can happen, which puts you right on the brink. You don't hear God, but He's there.
He's knocking on the door, huh?
Oh, well, with a hammer. You're going to hear him. You're going to hear him. And so when that comes off, you say to yourself, thank you, Lord. I'm going to be better. Honest I am. I'm not going to lie anymore. Then you turn around and lie.
Well, that keeps you from getting called a buckethead. That's why.
That's why.
But this game has not left you one bit, it sounds like. Not one bit.
Oh, no. Well, I'm not kidding you. Both of you guys, Gracie and you, Darren, I watched every game.
That's humbling, isn't it, Gracie?
Anything that we can do to make your summer better, Joe, because, you know,
No,
you've had better summers.
Yeah, and I've had some worse summers. I mean, like the Pittsburgh outfit. When you got to have patience with this ball club. I told them at the ceremony, come on. We played 154 games in that year.
On that Pittsburgh club.
And we only won 42 games.
Oh, boy. That must have been miserable.
Miserable. Fred Haney, we had a rain out, and he had a victory party.
That sounds like some of the Cub teams I played for.
Well, I played for the Cubs, too.
They couldn't have done it without us, huh?
That's right. I mean, to take a team picture was a job. Nobody, no, I don't want to be in it. No, I don't want to be in it. Come on. And there's just so many things. I told that story about that one lady. She was walking across the field. I said, come on, ma'am, I got a hit. She said, I saw you hit. You ain't going to hurt me. What kind of stuff you need, you know?
This is what we missed, Darren. This is why it's so good to have him back.
This young man, Jason Kendall, the catcher, was talking about Justin Upton. You've watched him every day. He's growing as well.
Oh, yeah. He's just got to control his temperament and attitude, because the Lord put his hand on Upton's shoulder and said, you're going to hit 330 home runs.
Yeah, he's going to.
And he's going to do it.
He's going to do it every year just about.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, he gets a little angry at himself once in a while, and angry at situations, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, he should. But keep it to yourself. When you go to bat over 300 times, you're going to get mad.
Yeah, there's a group of sluggers in the outfield, and
that's
funny thing about it, he's 22 years old. That's the funny thing about it.
Nothing to be mad at there.
Not when you're hitting 556, a slugging percentage.
3-2 the count. Yeah, it's been interesting, Joe, and I know you remember as a player, you know, the tough teams, or maybe as a broadcaster more so, the things you learned during the down seasons. The things you learned about the way to play the game. Will you stay with us for one more half inning?
Sure, absolutely.
All right, good. Joe's going to stay with us. He's back, and it's good to have him back. Wing and the wall behind our booth here at Chase Field, the Joe Garagiola broadcast wing.
That looks like Jack, Buck, Harry Carey, and you.
Right.
You pointed out a single picture. Was it you and Mom?
That was my mom.
How about that? How about Mr. Haggerty up there?
Oh, yeah. I'll buy you lunch.
You gonna take him up on it?
Yeah, but he's a Wendy's man.
Oh, okay. You know me, I don't ever turn down a free lunch, Joe.
No, I wouldn't turn it down either. That's good he comes. He's loyal.
There have been. We have gotten to know our loyal fans this year. We really, and years like this, and that's what I was talking about before we went to break. You learn a lot about doing this job. You learn a lot about your fan base too. You know, you learn who really just loves the game. Because there's been some frustrating moments amongst great things like this pitcher.
You guys, I tell you, man. Some of the games he pitched and had to leave the game either tied or one behind.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like the ambulance was waiting around the corner to pick him up and take him to the place.
Yeah, he should be a little bit better than 14 and 8.
Oh. Guys like Herron, you can't really measure them with numbers. You can't do it.
Well, we always marvel, a rare walk there. I mean rare. And what we always marvel about with Dan is his stubbornness. How much he believes. There are very few pitchers that believe in 4 pitches like he does.
Well, when you got the kind of stuff that he's got, he's going to prove it to you. And you're not going to talk him out of it.
Did you ever lock horns with pitchers like that? Was there certain guys that you just
constantly?
Doggone it, I want a fastball. And he's like, no, doggone it, I'm throwing him a curveball.
And you as a first baseman would come there to listen to the conversation.
Oh, yeah, I was nosy on that stuff.
Right.
I wanted to hear it.
And what was the conversation? I want a fastball. You can't catch a fastball. You can't hit a fastball. Get back there and catch it. That kind of
Get off my mound.
That's right. This is my, you know, if you knew how to hit or catch, I'd listen. So go back there.
Yeah, Rick Sutcliffe was that kind of guy. That's going to be a tough play.
Someone's got to cover third. A huge turn there by Ian Stewart. So you have a rare walk. We mentioned earlier he walks about 1 per ball game, and now an infield hit. So he's got to work out of a jam. Jimenez will be called upon to bunt. Perfect spot
right
for
off
this
the
one.
plate. Reynolds can't get to it, and somehow, some way, Stephen Drew just didn't get the glove down to make the play. So Barmas, that's an infield base hit, and just like that, here come the Rockies.
Bunt defense in play. Jimenez right there next to him, Miguel Montero. Have you been pleased with what you've seen? Evaluate Miguel and his offense. I know he's still growing as a catcher.
He is growing, and that's the good thing about it. He's in the big leagues, but he doesn't play like he's in the big leagues. He plays like he's auditioning for him.
Beautiful bunt.
You can do it right there. I love the fundamentals like that. Give me a pitcher that can. He knows he's got to make the third baseman field the baseball. So he bunts firmly down the third base line, makes Mark Reynolds field the baseball. That's how you perform a successful sacrifice. Perfectly done. That's how you help yourself too, guys. You know, if you're going to be considered an out, why wouldn't you be a tough out? Work on your bunting, work on your hitting. Dan Herron, he's driven in the only run today. Now you see Jimenez helping himself. Work on your offense, all you pitchers out there. Work on it. You never know. You might have to drive in your own runs.
Popped up shallow left. Barnes with a very good arm. And he shows it off a bit. 2 outs.
Oh, he likes to show it off.
He can play, that kid. He can play.
He's got all the momentum coming. Woo. I'll tell you what, Mark Reynolds showing some hops there going up and making the play.
You know, Gracie, the only guy I ever had an argument with on the bunt was Weaver.
Earl Weaver?
Weaver says you only get 27 outs. Why give one away? I said, sure, if you got those big boomers like
exactly.
Boog Powell,
Ken Singleton and Boog Powell and
all those
Frank
big
Robinson and those
right.
guys, sure. That's easy for heck. We could manage our way to the Hall of Fame with those guys, couldn't we?
All you had to do is get rid of the take sign.
That's
a good hit.
Here you go.
But he hated to give away a bunt.
But with the pitcher, see, he never had to manage with a pitcher hitting. With the pitcher, I think
in
you
the
have
beginning
to.
he did.
Did he?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Didn't like it then, huh?
Didn't like it then. Grew to hate it. He laid a line on me one time. He said, "Why don't you just shut up?" I said, "No, I like talking to you." He said, "I give you more talking time than my first wife."
That's classic Earl Weaver.
That's cool. Perfect.
0-2 the count. Danny's trying to get out of this mess. That's Smith, and Roberts is there. Joe,
it's always a pleasure.
Thank you.
We miss you every day.
Oh, thank you.
he's coming back next year. We're making him come back.
Doggone.
APS rooftop solar cam. Install solar panels on the roof of your home if you are able. And it could also help you heat up that pool during the cooler winter months. Our Ride Now Power Sports pool cam as we take a look. Folks enjoying the ball game out there today. Hello?
They can hear you, Darren. I know they can.
Hey, folks. Good to have you. That's
Ecstatic.
How about having Joe G back?
Well, you just don't realize how much you miss someone just until they're not around. Oh dear.
It's an off-speed pitch as well.
Oh, there's another. Look at that. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me with that, Darren? That won't happen with that bat glove. I mean, you've got to be kidding me with these maple bats. Someday that this won't happen. Someday, Darren.
Let's hope. Let's hope that something truly scary doesn't happen.
Exactly.
To force baseball's hand.
And unfortunately, it's going to be too little, too late.
Mark Reynolds takes a pitch over the outside corner. Mark grounded out to third and struck out. Hitless in his last 14 now with 7 strikeouts. Pops it up.
Boy, just missed it. He was right there and just got under.
He is erased, and you can see today the hardest throwers, and Ubaldo Jimenez has got 99 today. And he averages 96. Quest high-speed internet high-speed pitch. Dan Herron 44th at 90.7. He's not too concerned about that radar reading. 91 is just fine for Dan Herron. Just fine. You see, he stranded a couple of base runners out there. We were catching up with Joe, but
second and third, one out.
He just did a job.
Yeah, he just got an easy fly ball and a humpback liner, and that was it.
Oh, and 1 the count to Gerardo Parra. Horace Singleton scored back in the second inning on Dan Herron's RBI single. In with the fastball at 97 miles an hour. Parra 1 for 2, and in his last 5 ball games has 7 hits, 7 for his last 17.
He's making a run at 300.
On the backhand there, Roy Tulowitzki's got that great arm. 1, 2, 3. Both these pitchers have been really fun to watch. You said it. Their staffs. The big difference as you look ahead in this ball game today is that Dan Herron, his gas tank is almost still full. I mean, that pitch count is laughable. And Ubaldo Jimenez has had to work a little bit harder. So looking forward to this game going forward. All season, Fox Sports Arizona is the place to be for Arizona Cardinals football coverage. Tomorrow it's Cardinals overtime at 10. They'll talk about that big win in Jacksonville. Then on Wednesday it's Cardinals headquarters at 10:30. One network with all the coverage. It's the Cardinals on Fox Sports Arizona.
Doggone right it is.
Oh, you get excited about that. George Tulowitzki, Stephen Drew trying to take a hit away from his counterpart, unable to do so. Montero backing up, but that one trickles on into the dugout.
Well, I don't know who's going to get the error there. That looked like one Brandon Allen probably should have come up with. Well, that's a tough break there for the Diamondbacks. First pitch, nice play to the left by Drew. Makes the throw, it's in time. Yeah, Brandon Allen just flat out whiffed it. Took it off the shoe. Yeah, he just missed it. I think that should go on Brandon Allen.
They rule it a single.
Oh, boy.
And then an error on Steven.
Well, he swung and missed twice then on that call. That should be just be a straight error on the first. Hey, as a former first baseman, you know I've always got their back. But by the same token, it kind of helps in my knowledge of which balls are very catchable and which ones aren't.
No, you're exactly right.
And that was a very catchable baseball.
And what we've learned from the young man in watching him play defense so far is it's uncharacteristic.
Yeah, it's been pretty good.
Play
I think he just took his eyes off that one. But the official scoring on that one got botched.
So he's got to go to work again. A mile high down the line into the corner goes Justin Upton. That was a foul ball.
A very high, loud strike.
Gracie bounced up into the redhead section out there. Tuesday night, last redhead night of the year. We'll be out there.
Yeah, cool.
Oh yeah.
We got a whole busload of wackos going to be out there with us?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Don't forget there's still a few seats left. dbacks.com/redheads. We're giving away all kinds of prizes. You bet it's running long. The redhead section. Strike 3 inside corner. Giambi's done.
What a pitch. Whoa.
That's what I'm talking
What's
about.
that all about? I'd rather talk about this, thank you. Fastball right to the inside corner. Giambi thought it was too far in. And I had an uncomfortable moment there for a little bit. I'm sorry, Darren.
That's fabulous right there. You folks sitting in the Redheads, or any of you folks, the rest of the homestand, make signs like that.
No, don't. I want to once again thank all you people that have sent in your cards and letters and emails to D-backs booth. Is this a base hit to left? We might have a play at the plate. Nope, they're going to hold him up.
Having Skitter's by. How far, though? Not far enough to allow Spilborghs to move up. So now what does Dan have up his sleeve?
Not just a base hit to left field. Parra charged it well. And I think the right move there was to hold him up. Now, Dan Heron needs a double play ball and needs it, well, right now. A good candidate for it in your Torrealba, even though he's red hot. He is a guy that doesn't have much speed. If you can induce the ground ball, you can get out of this inning.
When Dan's been given the opportunity, he has rolled up a double play 11% of the time. That's league average. So he is league average. He is not a predominant ground ball pitcher. Trying to get it. Boy, what a job by Montero.
Well, he blocked it up nicely there. Kept Spilborghs at first base.
Spilborghs was mad at himself, Gracie.
Yeah, that's one. If you're anticipating a ball in the dirt, that's one he could have easily got to second base on. Heron trying to pitch around a miscue to lead off the inning.
The 1-0. Shot, base hit, right field. That one heads into the corner. Upton leaves his feet. Runners are on first and third, so we're tied at 1. And Yorvi Torrealba continues to show why he has earned so much playing time in September. The timely hit. It's silly how hot he's been with runners in scoring position.
Dan Heron made a bad time to make a mistake. Just left a cutter right down the middle belt tie, and Torrealba shoots it right by Brandon Allen. Really a nice job by Upton getting over and getting it back in. Now the Rockies looking to take the lead. These guys just find ways to win, don't they?
Yeah, and they're finding not only ways, but just guys to step up.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
any mistake the Diamondbacks have made, they just cash it in.
Hot shot off the glove of Allen. And into right field, another run will score. All the way to third goes Torrealba. 2-1, the Rockies leading.
Every hit that the Rockies have gotten has been on that cut fastball, Darren. They're looking for it, and they're creaming it. That ball was crushed. Once again, Brandon Allen can't come up with one. And the Rockies have taken the lead, lickety-split.
Some energy in that dugout. Now, what are the Rockies working on? Well, they're working on separating themselves in that wild card race from the San Francisco Giants at 3.5, with right now LA leading San Francisco 5-2 in the 6th inning. 5-2 in the 6th inning, that score. 84 victories thus far in the season for Colorado.
Let's see if Heron throws something besides the cutter. And he went with the breaking ball that time. I think that's probably what Mel Stottlemyre, the same thing we saw up here. Every pitch this inning has been was a cut fastball, Darren. 4 ended up being base hits.
I don't know that he's thrown, but maybe that one curveball today. Hasn't had to, but now he does. Squeeze was on the bunt. Heron shovel flip, safe. Squeeze was on. And for some reason,
Farmers didn't run.
Farmers didn't run at all.
But another RBI. Boy, look at the managing of Jim Tracy. Rolls the dice. The riverboat gambler gets the fastball he wanted. And Barnes just decided, well, I'm going to get out of everybody's way. Now I better run. Oh, by the way, you need to throw him out, Miguel. There you go. Great job by Barmes. Nice effort there from Heron, but now it's 3-1 in favor of the Rockies. Well, that's good baseball.
I'll tell you what, Yorvi Torrealba playing like a kid again. He's got the he may have those spectacles on the tip of his nose. We saw him a moment ago, Jim Tracy. And he's got plenty of youth and energy. He's smart like a fox in there. He told us that story about managing. He said, I do all the work that I do all day. Look at him communicating with Torrealba. All the work I do all day is to get ready for the 6th inning on. That's really when a manager earns his money, the 6th inning on, Gracie.
That's true. And, well, look what's happened since the 6th inning on. Colorado, last night they put on a huge surge to put the Diamondbacks away. And here it is again this afternoon against, well, the best the Diamondbacks have to offer in Dan Heron.
Cut fastball is outside. 2-1 the count to Ubaldo Jimenez. So Jimenez, at this point right now, over 100 pitches. But they're not hitting for him. It's his
Why
ball
would
game.
you?
Well, we told you how deep he pitches in the games. And you know when it really started for Jimenez? When Tracy took over as the manager. He told them all, as long as you've been pitching, you're about to pitch more.
Yeah, and this is your guy. This is your ace. You got to ride your horse, don't you?
Yes.
And I'm sorry, Darren, but I'm going to say it once again. 103 pitches for me. That's not very many pitches. Not in September.
Not really a quality start. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. Well, Sunday at the ballpark, and folks enjoying a pitcher's duel, a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel. And some of the strikeouts in this ball game, the flamethrower, the dealing that has gone on from both these guys. Wake up in a cold sweat if you're a hitter watching this.
No, thank you. Now Jimenez right now, as we speak, has got the upper hand. This Rockies gave him a 3-spotter on a Sunday, a field goal in the top of the 7th inning, so the Diamondbacks going to have to find a way. Girls' night out. Well, hi, ladies. Did you see that, Dan?
I did. Your name on the sign. Gracie is incredible. Girls' night out. Gracie is incredible, it said.
Well, I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much. Nope, didn't say it.
That's exactly what it said.
I just like a good girls' night out. That's big league.
0-1 the count to Ryan Roberts. Fastball is away. 1-1 the count. See, Gracie is incredible.
We really love Sutton.
Yeah, thank you.
And the Strutton Suttons are on their way, girls.
That's
You
a
just
strike.
wait. You just wait. You're going to love it.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up.
Strutton Suttons.
I'm glad you brought that up because at some point, maybe in this inning, we might take a look back at what gave birth to what's coming to Chase Field next year. And
Well,
that
it's
is the Racing Gracies.
It's not coming, folks.
And it's going to be great. The 1-2. Fights it off. Giambi got caught in between. And as he did, the Diamondbacks have themselves a base runner. Some way, somehow, you got to find a way, and he did.
Well, you just thank your lucky stars here that Todd Helton is not playing first base today, because if the former Gold Glover were out there, that would have been an easy out. But instead, Jason Giambi, probably his first look at first base in many moons. He just got caught in between and really didn't know what to do on that ball.
In the second inning, Ubaldo Jimenez walked Stephen Drew. That's the last time the Diamondbacks had a base runner. And so they try to get things going after that string broken up. Of 13 in a row sat down. Good fastball. Ubaldo on the afternoon, or girls' night out, whichever you want to call it, at 107 pitches.
That's nothing. Not for a horse like this.
Change up. 0-2 the count. I told you about my favorite outing earlier, folks, for this pitcher anyway. It was June 12th. It was against Seattle. His team won 6-4. He went 9. He gave up 4 through 127 pitches. Bouncing ball. Jimenez has got it covered. He does nicely. Well, I tell you, he drugged that foot on the backside. Giambi being exposed a little bit, but right there, Barmes and Jimenez said, "We got your back."
Well, Giambi holding him on. He just couldn't get to it, but Barmes Johnny on the spot. And Jimenez just able to keep that right foot on the bag just in time. Yep, he got that heel on it. That's the right call. Dan Herron going to hit for himself, Darren.
So AJ at this point,
Probably saying, hey, he's driven in the only run we've gotten today. Why not?
he's a .250 hitter. Runner moves up. Got to find a way to get at least one here with a couple of more shots at him. Ground ball broke his back. Troy Tulowitzki throws in time for the out, so the runner moves to third. Herron is erased. Chris Young 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. He had had a good couple of weeks prior to today. His last 14 games, 18 hits, a .327 clip, and a third of those hits homers. But right now, anything that gets him to first base.
Yeah, you got to keep the line moving somehow, some way. Pick out a pitch and don't miss it.
Pitch is high. 1-0 the count to Chris. Jimenez, with runners in scoring position, has opponents hitting .201 against him this year. Well, that's a sign of a pitcher who's experiencing a big maturation.
If Chris Young wanted to bunt right now, he could walk to first base. But instead, he swings the ball way out of the strike zone.
1-1 the count. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Rockies. A run on 5 hits and 1 error for the Diamondbacks.
Gas, goodness gracious. Didn't get the call, but 98.
Was that out? Looked like the catcher's mitt took it out because
yeah,
it was so hard.
I think Torrealba may have taken that pitch out of the strike zone when he received it.
Goodness, was that an electric pitch, folks? That would be pitch number 113, by the way.
He's just fine.
The 2-1. There we go.
That one wasn't out.
Right there, 2-2. Roberts at third. Drew waits on deck. 2-2 the count. Inside, 3-2.
This is where he's been throwing the sliders, Darren.
And was thinking about that as you said it, wondering if he might actually throw it here.
Why not? It's been his pitch on 3-2. I would imagine it's coming again. Yeah, he threw it again and he missed.
All right, so he did throw a 3-2 slider. This time it didn't work out. And remember, he got Justin Upton with that pitch back in the second.
Looks like Jim Tracy's going to come to the mound. He's got the hook with him, I would imagine. He's had a strong bullpen to lean on this year. I would imagine he'll probably go to a left-hander. He's going to see how he's feeling first.
That's a great shot, isn't it?
I want you to be completely honest with me. How do you feel? If you tell me you can get Stephen Drew out, I'm going to leave you in.
He's leaving him in. How about that? Well, that's
player's manager right there. Well, that's your ace.
And that's part of ace. If you're going to ask me to pitch deeper in a game and to learn to do it, then you have to give me a chance right here.
Doggone right. I wholeheartedly agree with that move by Jim Tracy right there. This guy's earned the right to go out and finish this. He's earned the right. Jimenez has earned the right to win or lose his own ball game right here.
6 innings, 3 runs, quality start.
Who was the schmo that came up with that anyway?
That moment right there, I like it even less. Stephen Drew.
Oh, God.
Change up.
Goodness gracious.
0-1 the count. Drew singled. Drew walked. Flied to left field. He's got 4 hits in this Colorado series. 4 for 9. Threw him another changeup. Pulled the string on him. 1-1 the count. Jimenez in his career against the Diamondbacks has a 2.98 ERA. The Diamondbacks have managed a 191 batting average against him in 7 starts.
He threw another changeup or a slider or something. Looked like that was right in Stephen Drew's wheelhouse. He just swung right through it.
Looked like a little slider, a little baby slider.
He also doesn't have to just give in right here because he's got Justin Upton on deck, and he knows that. Justin has never gotten a hit off of Jimenez. So he knows he can even be careful here with Stephen Drew.
Change up. 2-2 the count. As we told you earlier, that change, a variation of a split-fingered fastball, not a true split. But that's how he kills the velocity on it. Out of Nagua in the Dominican Republic. Last time out, he got battered by the Giants. Hard to imagine that happens very often. He pitched against San Francisco, went 2 2/3, gave up 7 runs. His ERA still 3.5. 2-2. Slow, off speed, driven. That one is pulled. Looked like he really backed off on a breaking ball there.
Hasn't thrown Stephen Drew a fastball yet. 5 pitches into this at bat.
All right, left-handed hitter, you get back in the box at any point. Are you looking for that fastball, like right now? Because I know you get in these guys' shoes in these situations.
I think if he throws a fastball, he's going to try to throw it up maybe a little bit out of the zone, see if he can get him to chase it.
Let's watch together. He went changeup. Steven pulled it into right field. That one is caught with a slide by Ryan Spilborghs. Yes, Gracie.
All off speed. Changeup. Changeup. Slider. Changeup. Slider. Changeup. All off speed to Stephen Drew. That is a quality start.
7 innings, 3 earned runs or less. The new quality start.
Doggone right. And that is a quality starter.
121 pitches.
Yeah. Go deep in the ball game. Save your bullpen.
1-1 the count. Dan Herron working on pitch number 87 as that one misses away. Still plenty of gas left in the tank for his club to attempt to rally and back him up. Just joining us, we have decided to do away with the quality start. Won't see it anymore.
Good. Attaboy.
There will be the new quality start.
Joe Garagiola and myself, we thank you, Darren.
The 3-1. Mark McClune standing by. Big Mac, what do you have for it?
Yeah, a quote from Jim Tracy from Friday. He was talking about Ian Stewart, but I think it applies in the Ubaldo Jimenez situation, just last inning on the mound. Jim Tracy saying, trust is a huge word between me and my players. He feels like it has to be there. Every once in a while, it doesn't work out, but it sends a bad message not to trust your players, and I think we saw that when Jim Tracy left the mound by himself and not walking next to Ubaldo Jimenez to the Rockies dugout.
Boy, great hit, Big Mac.
No question.
Perfectly timed there, Mark.
Showing trust. Showing trust in your ace. And that's what A.J. Hinch did by letting Dan Herron hit for himself last inning. You're running out of outs. You've only got 6 left now. He let Dan Herron hit for himself because he trusts him, and he's earned the right to go out and try to win this ball game. Hopefully some late life from the Diamondback offense to win it for him.
It's an interesting thing to me, the concept of being a player's manager while not being at times taken advantage of, which can happen because not everyone's perfect down there wearing a uniform. And in their lower moments, they might take advantage of it. I think it's a tough thing to balance. You and I, and we won't mention his name, you and I spoke with a manager this year, and he told a story about being urged to leave a player out of a lineup. Wasn't either one of these managers. By his boss up above. And upon leaving that player out of the lineup, one of the other veterans on his club came in and said, I'm very disappointed. I never thought I'd see the day. You remember the conversation.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
He trusted his veteran. He trusted his player. He went back in, changed the lineup because of the relationship. Because of the relationship and the trust. And I think that's important. And you have to walk the line.
And then dealt with his boss later.
Then had to deal with his boss.
Exactly. And by the way, that man is still managing.
Yes,
managing
he's still
well.
managing. You remember that conversation?
Because, players aren't always right, Darren, and managers aren't always right, but bosses aren't always right either. Bosses are human too. That's why there has to be trust in everybody. The front office has to trust the manager, who has to trust his coaches, who have to trust the players. And once you get that all taken care of, then you start winning baseball games. But until players, coaches, manager, front office, until they're all on the same page and they all trust each other, you're going to struggle. And I believe Gonzalez took a pickoff throw right in the ribs. Ow.
And Allen had to step all over him to get to the ball at the same time as well. Oh boy,
that thing just buried right into those ribs. Goodness gracious. Ow.
AC out to speak with him. Troy Tulowitzki, by the way, in this, what may be one of the later at bats. Troy Tulowitzki has homered in his last 4 consecutive ball games. He homered yesterday. He homered Friday as well. That's off of Kevin Mulvey. And then this is yesterday off of Max.
How was Max yesterday?
Scuffle. That one to the backstop, and that will move a runner up. Gonzalez now moves up on a wild pitch.
Did Max struggle with the pitch count again?
Struggled overall.
Pitch count got high.
Pitch count got high, but just struggled overall. Was hit a little bit more than he wanted to be.
I think someday that young man is going to be a great closer.
Oh, you like him in that role?
Yeah, I think he's going to be a great.
Runner on to third, got him. Well, you got to wonder there. I mean, you really have to wonder the thought process there.
Well, I think he's trying to get to third base with less than 2 outs. And he just doesn't get a very good jump, and Montero gets a perfect pitch to throw with and guns him right down. I think they're trying to steal a run there. It was still pretty close, but he just didn't get near the jump he needed. Marvin Hudson, the third base umpire, rings it right up. I think Max Scherzer is a good starter. I think he can be a fabulous closer.
And we'll see. I mean, we'll see where it goes. He will start all next year and be given that opportunity to cement himself in that role, and then we'll see what the future holds. He walked 5 yesterday. That was really one of the things that got that pitch count up. Put that together with the hits, and then you're in trouble. Bouncing ball, Reynolds off the glove. And so Troy Tulowitzki reaches. So Tulo with 2 hits in this ball game, though 1 questionable back in the 7th inning with regard to the scoring.
2 infield hits. Reynolds couldn't get the in-between hop to his right. Now Jason Giambi a chance here with 2 outs.
Big Giambino here.
Huh?
Never used to be given that name in New York on occasion.
He did?
Oh, John Sterling.
Oh, was that one of the cute nicknames that John Sterling came up with?
I like him.
The Big Giambino?
Yes. I like him.
That's a terrible nickname.
Nope. I like it.
I like John Sterling.
Love him.
I like John Sterling a lot, but that is an awful nickname. And now he's got to give his little brother his sleeves back. Come on, Jace. I'm going to get on him about that when I see him.
The 1-1. Fouls that one back off the
Because
screen.
I love Jason Giambi.
I think it's game-wide. I think that everyone enjoys spending time with him. I mean, he just has such an energy. He loves people. He likes engaging, talking baseball. Former teammate of A.J. Hinch's. Said A.J. had a great mind for the game. He never could let that mind rest, though. Always grinded himself. According to Jason, too much as a player. You can be your own worst enemy sometimes, can't you?
Without a doubt.
He tends to, this man, allow himself to be a little bit more of a free spirit.
Just let the game come to you. Have some fun.
2-2. High drive, deep right field.
That's fun.
That is a lot of fun for Giambi. Not as much fun for the Diamondbacks. 2-run shot for Jason.
What were you saying after the 6th inning in Jim Tracy?
He prepares to manage from the 6th inning on. That's what he lives for.
Another cutter. Got Dan in trouble. Down into a left-handed hitter in nitro zone. Jason Giambi just adds to his huge home run total in his career. Way out of here.
Curveball is high, but it's swung upon and missed. 0-1 the count for Jason. 409 career home runs. 1,330 career runs batted in. Hit on the ground. Gobbled up and in time for the out. Boy, talk about adding on. Talking about kicking them when they're down. Jason Giambi did it very well. There's 409. Grab your bag. It is on. And by Blimpie. Now the first national sub shop to offer pretzel bread. Try the new turkey bacon cheddar on grilled pretzel bread. Or pair any Blimpie sub with this craveable new bread option. Very good stuff. Our good friends with Blimpie. More music means more to talk about, which means we take a look at the bottom part of the order where the damage has been done in our Nova Home Loans in-game box score. And up in the top of the order, no pretzel bread for any of them.
Not much fun up there.
Have to get some of that pretzel bread. Matt Daly. He has hitters all twisted up. Speaking of pretzels, watch his delivery. It's twisted as well, and it makes it tough to deal with. Undrafted, made his own way to the big leagues out of Bucknell. Look at that. Coming at you,
There's
hiding
a lot
ball.
going on there, isn't it?
5-1 the score. The 1-0. By the way, Gracie, want to remind you, my friend, that any time the D-backs score 6 runs or more, Taco Bell is giving away 3 free tacos with the purchase of a large drink between 4 and 6. That'd be tomorrow on Monday.
Oh, that's great news. Let's go have some tacos tomorrow. There's 6 runs on the board today.
It's not including the other team.
I can't wait to have a nice 3 crunchy tacos after I order my large drink. That's going to be big league.
No, it's just the Diamondbacks. So they have some work to do.
Oh, it's not like total runs. It's Diamondbacks.
Right.
You know, I figured you would tell me about that before like late September.
Well, you've been gone a bit.
I have.
Getting ready for the big network assignments. As that one is fouled off. American League Championship Series and the World Series. Folks, by the way, publicly, can we congratulate our very own Mark Grace? He will be working the American League Championship Series and the surrounding programming, the pre- and the post-game shows, and also the World Series. And it won't be the cutout Mark Grace. It'll be the real one. So congratulations,
well,
my friend.
Thank you very much.
It's well deserved.
I appreciate it. I'm very flattered. I'm very honored.
Bouncing ball. From the knee. And in time for the out. What a play by Ian Stewart. Fabulous job.
Well, these guys just catch the baseball. They're one of the best defensive teams in all of baseball and have been for 3 years now. Look at that. Are you kidding me with that?
He can help them at second if they need it. They tried that earlier. But it is his defense. Jim Tracy said, start of this series, he can strike out the rest of the way. He's my third baseman for that reason. Probably won't strike out the rest of the way, though. Pitches away. Hey, don't forget, great times coming up next weekend. Fandemonium. D-backs are giving away tons of prizes. Sport Bike, Ride Now Power Sports, flat screen TV from Best Buy, 602-514-8400. Next weekend, Pods are in town. It's Fandemonium weekend, as that one is high and away. Simply put, it wraps up the season at home. That is it. It's this week with the Giants, and then over the weekend with the Padres, and then we're going to miss seeing you guys.
Yeah, we're gone the last week of the season. We're going to miss everybody. Season went by kind of fast, didn't it, Darren?
It did. For a tough campaign, it always flies by because of what we talk about a lot, the interaction with these folks that love baseball, and that's why when we go out on the road.
You were talking about some of the really loyal fans. You find out who they are. You know, it's like in tough times, you find out who your friends are.
Yep.
When you're having
it's that way in life, isn't it?
Struggles in your personal life, maybe. Well, you find out when you struggle as a squad, you find out who your real fans are. Big Tex is one of them.
That one is fouled off.
But you find there's a loyal, very loyal. There's thousands of loyal. I mean, to the death, Diamondback fans. We appreciate every one of them. And she's going to grow into one of those as well. Can't tell if that's she or he. Can you?
No.
Beautiful.
2-2 the count.
Gas.
Daly with a strikeout. Some of the interesting parts of the schedule for next year. As we take a look ahead, we'll have all 150 games on Fox Sports Arizona. The Yankees coming to town June 21st to the 23rd. It opens up against the Padres. Blue Jays coming to town as well. Of course, regular season ends on the road in San Francisco and LA. Get a chance to go to Boston and Detroit.
That's right. We're going to get to go to your old stomping grounds in the Polish neighborhood of Detroit.
I am so excited to go to Detroit. No offense to Boston or Tampa or wherever else we're going. We're going to the Motor City. That's what I'm talking about.
I've been to the Motor City a few times this year.
Been about 19 times this year. That one is
Dave
away.
Bing and I have gotten to know each other very well, the mayor of
It was great.
Detroit.
A lot of friends and family, as you folks know, and my wife and her family from Michigan, all our viewers. I had a couple of people call me and say, we're so excited that Gracie's now the voice of the Tigers. This is great. We're just loving watching all the Tigers game that Gracie's been calling. That one is blown right by.
You're right.
1 and 2 the count.
That is a beautiful ballpark, too. New Tiger Stadium there, Comerica Park, I believe it's called.
That's right.
It's a beautiful ballpark. And that's a beautiful hat. Got the old school there with the new school there. That's a big league fan right there.
I agree. That one is fouled off at the plate.
SPAM stands for shoulder, pork, and ham.
5 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for the Rockies. A run on 5 hits and 1 error for the Diamondbacks. Don't forget, we'll be with you all week. Reynolds 0 for 3 with the ground out, a fly out, and a strikeout. Going to Boston and the Motor City with the Yankees coming to town next year. That's what I'm talking about right there. Not going to be easy, though. It's going to be fun. Those aren't easy assignments. As that one is fouled off. What happened over there?
Well, that went in our Spanish broadcasting booth.
Was it caught?
I think I can't tell if Oscar Soria got it. Or if, yeah, I think it was Oscar. There's Oscar right there along with Miguel.
A high pop to the right side. That one is put away. Motor City. Polish Village.
Can't wait.
Great time. Scoreboard, the Phillies, too much for the Braves. Cliff Lee.
Congratulations to the Tigers.
Look at that. They lead the Central by 3 games. Now, there are 3 more left with the Minnesota Twins in Detroit. That series will be won by Detroit as well.
I'm going to go to you here and say there's actually 4 more games. Yes.
4 games. Yeah. That's not big league about that. Here's Daniel Cabrera, 6 feet 9 inches tall. What did that 4-game series against the Minnesota Twins? Cabrera last time out, very good. Calling all 4 games back there?
No. No. They're going to keep me off of that series, thankfully. Nowhere to go this weekend. You're stuck with me this weekend, pal.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Very happy about that. Nice slider there from Cabrera. 0-2.
He last worked 8 days ago. It was a tough day for Kevin Mulvey, and finally, says Daniel Cabrera, a good day and a positive step for the big, tall right-hander out of the Dominican Republic, as that one is high. A little more velocity than we saw early as well. He went 3 shutout innings in that ball game. Then he threw against Milwaukee, pitched very effectively. He's got everything to prove. I mean, you can slice it up however you want. This is flat out a tryout for a chance probably to get a non-roster invitee next spring.
Probably. Or if the Diamondbacks decide
somebody else.
Doggone right. There's scouts in the stands. There might be So, hey,
I like that.
he wants a piece of the action right now. Go on, throw that fastball in there.
Get that helmet on in case any maple bats are being used.
Good point.
That one is fouled off. Look out. Oh, my goodness.
That is contract time. If I ever...
It was our guy.
Yes.
Our guy, Big Tex, with the play. Big Tex with the play.
He's giving us a fist pump. Attaboy, Big Tex. He's going to get another contract.
We don't know if we captured it because it happened so fast, but you just have to take our word for it.
That's why you bring your glove, guys.
I mean, that was a screamer. Let's see if we can find any angle. Right there. Glove up. It was a rock.
See the cowboy hat right there. That's he flagged it. Nicely done. Attaboy.
Base hit, Yorvi Torrealba. We got to get him a contract.
Another one.
You make a play like that, you get a second one. Now, it happened so fast, but just a reminder how quickly it left the bat here. Watch this. I mean, that's straight over the dugout on a rocket. And that's the ball that he caught. I mean, that actually, I think, physically saved people.
Without a doubt.
There's people behind him there.
There's no question.
And he reached up over his head. That one is in. He gets another contract.
Yes, he does. Hulkamaniac's running wild.
I mean, he can do whatever he wants. He can give it to a friend. He can donate it. Whatever he wants. Well, he gets another one.
It looks to me like Mark McClune's right there with him. Is Big Mac down there with him?
Adam Warren. Adam Warren, I'm gonna let you keep your eyes on the game because you might have to make another play while I talk to you here. But what were you thinking as the ball was headed this way?
It was coming. There was a little curve to it. Just came right to me and put it in the right place.
Curve.
Landed where
about
it's supposed
200 miles an hour.
Yeah, Darren is passing along that it was about 200 miles an hour. Can you confirm that?
It was screaming. I don't know about 200, but maybe 300.
I'd have been screaming.
Are you a former baseball player?
Yes, I am.
Where at and what'd you play?
I played high school ball at Dolores County High School in Dove Creek, Colorado.
Well, we thank you. We're going to give you a contract. I got to go up to the booth to get it. And with that shirt, the what is that?
It's running wild, baby.
Yeah!
You've just saying your prayers and taking your vitamins.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Well, congratulations. Welcome to the organization. We'll get you a contract.
Great. Thank you.
Man.
Big Tex down here.
That's a multi-year deal, Gracie. You get a second contract. That's a multi-year deal.
You know what? You're right. I didn't even think about that. That's an extension.
Oh my goodness.
That's a contract extension. And he saved Anquan Bolden. It's good to have him back from Jacksonville.
Yeah, that's
right behind him.
No, that's just a fan.
I saw the jersey. Okay. Nice game in Jacksonville, though, Anquan.
So Torrealba gets a hit. If only our fans' catch would have caught, Torrealba would be out if it would have counted.
Great point. And that is strike three for out number one on Ian Stewart.
Quick peek at the playoff picture, and we're also talking about best record in each league. As you take a look at it, looks like it's going to look this way. I mean, unless something dramatically happens with Detroit, it looks like it's going to look this way. Who do you like in each league to come out, Grace?
I like the St. Louis Cardinals in the National League, and I'm going to go off the board and go against the Yankees. I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
Yeah! My favorite team.
My guy, Mike Scioscia.
Oh, that's a good call.
That's going to be my pick. I'm saying Cardinals and Angels. And I would imagine. Oh, boy.
Broke his bat.
Wow. Chris Young just let that drop.
And that one just drops in there in center field. That hung up for a long. I thought some way, somehow, I didn't see it. I thought that ball was going to be caught, but it ended up dropping in there. Broke that bat. Again, a dangerous weapon comes flying out across the infield.
Well, there's the broken bat, and then maybe Chris Young lost it because he just pulls up.
Hard to see in the light how far ahead of him it landed. So here's Todd Helton. By the way, just a quick follow-up. The gentleman down there, our good friend Big Tex, who made the great play, he is sitting in the seats that he earned with his first contract.
You're kidding.
Nope. Fly ball center field, Chris Young. He's got that one. Runs it down. Turned his back and ran, and Todd Helton is erased.
That's a great story, Darren.
Well, so if you bring your glove to the ballpark and you earn a contract, those are the seats you get, by the way. I mean, those are some seats, Gracie.
Bring your lovely wife
Look at
or
this.
girlfriend right above Don Baylor and Colorado Rockies.
Well, this was a great bit until Rob Weinheimer came and showed up. Now it's officially terrible.
No.
No.
Sorry, Big Tex.
Anyway, here's Carlos Gonzalez. I want to apologize to our viewers. 0-1 the count.
Pretty impressive so far in the stuff of Cabrera. Throwing hard.
Well, and that's the thing that had disappeared over the last couple of years.
Nice little slider there. When you're throwing 94 and then you drop that 82 slider, that's going to get some hitters' attention.
Folks probably remember him pitching in the rotation. He was a double-digit winner in Baltimore in 04 and 05. Threw 200 innings in 07. The wildness out of the zone. He's walked 100 twice in a season, as that one is high. It's 94 miles an hour. But this year, when he was cut loose by Washington in May, didn't pitch at all, and maybe that was the best thing. Just to not do anything for a while. Rest that arm.
Rest the arm. Get your mind right.
Strike three.
Do it, son.
Fabulous job. He left a couple of runners stranded. Stepping up, getting it done. The tall right-hander. Speaking of, stepping up. You bet, getting it done. Yeah. We'll play the Joe Garagiola broadcast wing. That's where we now go to work each and every day. And we're reminded of a man, a ball player, a father, a son, a broadcast partner. And what a day it's been today for Joe Garagiola. The boss is looking up and certainly paying tribute. Well deserved. Joe Jr. there, clapping and smiling, a proud son. And so we were honored to be a part of it and then share it with you. And that was well done, the way we were able to access all of it, bring it to you, because it was up here, area where we work, not open to the public. We'll hang on to that video and remind you occasionally what it looks like where we work, because Honestly, today, as Franklin Morales goes to work, the business that we have of getting prepared for a game, I plan on spending about a good half hour just walking through the hall and seeing.
Yeah, you're right.
Home games all week. We'll get a chance to come out maybe about 2 o'clock. It'll take me about a half hour to digest it all. This is what is going on. Miller Lite Woods Brewing. The Giants clinging to hope, but it's looking more and more bleak. They're losing today 6-2. But it is Zito who's having a better year.
Good second half.
A good second half. Kane, who's fabulous, and Jonathan Sanchez, who's got a no-hitter on his resume this season. Fastball, strike one. Franklin Morales. 0-1 the count. Ground ball. And in time for the out.
Second baseman, Ryan Roberts.
And here's Ryan Roberts. Morales, a guy just turned out to be better suited out of the pen and now closing down games.
Houston Street struggling with some arm fatigue. Franklin Morales has had a few shots at closing. This isn't a save situation with the 4-run lead. A lot of talent in that left arm of his. I know you've been touting Franklin Morales for a couple, 3 years now.
That one is in. He's always had the arm. Didn't always necessarily agree with the way he went about his business, but he's always had the arm. As Roberts takes low. 2-1 the count.
You didn't take too kindly to him drilling Justin Upton, did you?
No, or
in the playoffs.
Throwing a one-hopper at the manager of the Diamondbacks up against the screen when they asked to check the ball because it had been fouled off the tip of the bat. No.
You didn't like that, huh?
No, not really. 3-1 the count. Done nothing wrong since then, though, and he was in the heat of the moment.
He's lucky somebody can fire it back at him.
Mm-hmm. I still can't get enough of Big Tex, by the way.
He's slowly but surely becoming my guy.
Oh no, don't start with that.
I mean, he's from Colorado, but we can still call him Big Tex, right?
Well, at some point, I'm sure he lived in Texas. Like Wes Helms, the other Big Tex.
Oh, yeah. Out of Amarillo's. Wes Helms.
Roberts goes down on strikes. Oh, he's out of North Carolina. 2 away.
I love how you always play with me, Darren. Of course he's from Texas. Can't have a name Big Tex unless you're from Texas. Wes Helms. Pride of Midland.
Allen takes a strike. This game about 2 hours and 35 minutes old. See if the Diamondbacks get a few base runners on. Make a difference. Slow things down here. There's a breaking ball. 0-2 the count.
Right now, the Colorado Rockies 1 strike away from really having the wild card under their control.
To the count. Outside. 1-2 the count. 5-1 the score. Allen today singled in 3 trips. Outside corner, that'll do it. In 2 hours and 46 minutes, the Colorado Rockies defeat the Arizona Diamondbacks. You know, this was a 1-0 Diamondbacks lead heading into the 7th. And you look back on this ball game and you felt